Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Keyboy.
Good morning, Utah, and happy Wednesday. We are halfway through the work week. I want to start off with a wonderful view that was shared with us last night. This was sent in by Scott Taylor of the pink full moon rising over the Wasatch Mountains. Now, I'm going to get out of the picture just so you can enjoy it. I mean, look at the detail on that of the moon rising above the Wasatch Mountains last night. That is picture perfect. Thanks for sharing that one, Scott. That's a great way to start the day, seeing a view like that. And if you head out the door this morning, it looks pretty good as well. Here's the current view from Utah State University overlooking Cache Valley, and you can see the full pink moon off in the distance getting ready to set behind the mountains in the distance. We're starting off with a little bit of cloud coverage across Cache Valley, but for the most part, a quiet start to the morning, not only in northern Utah, but that's the case down south, and we're getting treated to a pretty sunrise view from Blanding down in the southeastern corner of the state. And we should see some pretty nice sunrise views across the Beehive State this morning, even with that little bit of cloud coverage that we're seeing up north. Temperatures outside of the mountains mainly starting off in the 40s and 50s, while Salt Lake City and St. George are sitting in the low 60s, while Heber right now is sitting at 37 degrees. Depending on where you are, you're either going to want the jacket, the sweater, and there are going to be a few spots like in Salt Lake and St. George where you might be fine with the t-shirt through most of the day. And as we look at your out-the-door forecast along the Wasatch Front, temperatures will be warming up fairly quickly. We should be in the low 70s by your lunch hour, then daytime highs eventually climbing into the mid and upper 70s. And I do think today there's a chance that we could hit 80 degrees in Salt Lake City thanks to an increased southerly flow. We'll mainly see a mix of sun and clouds, and there will only be a slight chance for a few showers in northern Utah once we move from this afternoon into this evening. But like we've seen in recent days, most spots across the state stay on the dry side of things as we go through today. Now we'll go ahead and zoom things in here for a better perspective. This will show you your daytime high today and your overnight low tonight. We'll get to 75 degrees in Ogden, while we'll see a daytime high of 64 in Park City and throughout the Uinta Basin like the Wasatch Front. Daytime highs will mainly range in the mid to upper 70s. As we go into central Utah, it's a daytime high of 83 in Castledale, 83 in Green River, 74 in Emory, and 67 in Fairview. And as you make your way down south, it's mainly going to be a mix of 70s and 80s, just a fraction cooler compared to what we saw yesterday, while Bryce Canyon will see a daytime high of 65. We'll see mostly sunny skies by the time you make your way down south, and it will be a little bit breezy at times. Now let's go ahead and begin the upper level futurecast and show you what's going to be happening on the bigger picture of things. High pressure has been keeping our weather mostly on the quiet side of things, and with those winds out of the south, that's why our temperatures have been so warm recently. But this high pressure is now in the process of moving away. And by tomorrow, we have the first of a couple of storm systems set to move in. This will drag down temperatures by about 10 degrees compared to what we're going to see out there this afternoon, and we'll be looking at a pretty good chance of wet weather across the northern two-thirds of the state. But even as this system clears between Thursday and Friday, we have another one on its heels that's going to be dropping in from the Pacific Northwest between Friday and Saturday. This system is going to deliver even cooler temperatures and likely an even better chance of wet weather, especially across the state on Friday. Even with the cooler temperature set to move in, this is still going to be mainly valley rain and mountain snow. Then that system clears Saturday into Sunday. And then by the end of the weekend into early next week, high pressure looks like it's going to build in. We should settle into some calmer conditions. And then by early next week, daytime highs will be back above our seasonal averages. The Utah spring weather roller coaster, it continues. Now let's put it all into motion and begin the futurecast, and I'll start this at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And across Utah, we'll be looking at mostly dry conditions as we go through today, but if you're in northeast Nevada, that's going to be a little bit of a different story. You'll be looking at the chance for scattered showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms. As we go from tonight into tomorrow, cloud coverage will begin to increase, and you can see the first of the couple cold fronts set to move in by tomorrow afternoon. Scattered showers across mainly the northern two-thirds of the state. Then that second system moves in as we go into our Friday. And by Friday, we'll be looking at an even better chance of showers statewide. And over the next several days, we could be looking at some pretty healthy moisture, with most spots across the state expected to pick up at least 1/10 of an inch of rain, while some spots could pick up anywhere from 1/2 an inch to an inch. And for mountains above 8,000 feet, we could see snowfall accumulations over 1/2 a foot. But we'll continue to keep you posted on that and fine-tune those totals as we get a little bit closer. Meanwhile, in St. George, we'll go from the mid to 80s today into the 70s for Thursday and Friday, and by Friday and Saturday, a daytime high right around 70 degrees, which is below average with a chance of showers. But by the end of the weekend into early next week, it's drier skies and warmer temperatures. Along the Wasatch Front, mix of sun and clouds today, well above average for our afternoon highs. Scattered showers Thursday, Friday, and to Saturday. Friday likely brings us our best chance of daytime highs in the mid to upper 50s. But by the end of the weekend into early next week, daytime highs will climb above our seasonal averages under mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies.